Okay, welcome once again. I forgot to get off my Wi-Fi, so I deleted that other video and I started again. So I'm going to just make sure that I'm actually live once again. Sorry about that. Otherwise, I will be really, really blurry. So, okay. So once again, if you're joining me live, please say hello. I'd love to know that you're here. And I see I'm back on, so that's good. All right. So I am going to get started today, but I'd like to welcome you. I am Kelly Agee. I am the owner of Stamp with Kelly, so I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. But what I'm working with today, I'm going to be doing two actually fun fold cards in a little bag. And I know I've made this bag before, but it's so cute with this paper. Sorry, I just didn't have enough coffee this morning, so. Okay, let me find my catalog. I'm just going to show you quick because we've been like so back order with the paper, but a lot of it has come back in stock. So it's nice, but I am working with, it's on page 29, and it is the Joy of Christmas 12 by 12 paper. I did get this ribbon, and I absolutely love it, but I could not get the embellishments. I think they'll be in, hopefully, like next week, towards the end of the week. Who knows? Sometimes they come in sooner, but I really am hoping to grab these embellishments for my card class, so that I have coming up, that you can join my monthly card club. You can join from now till the 10th of the month. And then I usually try to ship it out by the 23rd for sure. And then I'm using the Christmas Classic bundle. I didn't get the Joy of Noel bundle, but it is really pretty. But I actually really like the sprigs and everything. So, but this one's cool too with the circle. I got the one that does the square. So I guess I didn't notice that. They must have done some of that. So, but anyways, I love the paper. I'm already on my second pack, so you know that I really like it. And then I'm going to show you just real quick the dies are the stamps. I really like the season's greetings. You can do Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Deck the Halls, just really, really pretty. So, okay, and then here's the dies. So this will cut out, I don't know if you have this set. If you do, you know, that's wonderful. But this will cut out, you know, with these little sprigs, and then you got a piece that you can add, cut out like a white to add your sentiment. Got a little holly leaf and a couple other little leaves here. This is to actually cut this out, your little 3 hollies that you color, the little berries. This one is, for the pine. I believe that's for the pine. But you know what? This is so pretty, just stamped on your card the way it is. I really, really like it. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining. And then this one I used too. Now, I think this is really pretty in gold. I didn't use it in gold. I used it in red, but I'll show you that. And in these little things, I believe you just kind of put on your paper. I'm not sure. I didn't try it yet, but if it just cuts and kind of embosses at the same time, I'm not sure. I should have tried that out before I got on, but I ran out of time. So in the paper, I got my 2 packs together, and I'm telling you, I just am going through this like crazy. So I really, really love the colors. But anywho, all right, let's get started. If you got questions, please ask. I'll try to answer them, you know, at the end or whatever. But the first card we're going to do is a bookbinding fold to start with, but then I got a little easel on it. And I'll tell you when I'm doing this that it's easier to keep these little pieces in. Now, if you're doing a different set and you got like a solid piece, it would be fine to just put that on. But I really just kind of wanted it simple and wanted the little holly leaf. So on the one that I'm going to be doing, I kept all those pieces tacked. So I'll show you how to do that. And then of course this card I could do like in every family color designer paper. I just love this layout. I need to move my greeting over just a tad, but I really like this card. I love the colors. So, and then here's a little bag. I actually wasn't even going to do this, but I had enough time this morning. So it's just a little bag, and like I said, I know I've made this before, but it's been a while. So it's really cute, like to do a gift card and some candy. You actually could even like poke a little hole, like, you know, if you got a punch, you'd have to do it in layers. But you could actually take in, if it wasn't too heavy, put a string on there and hang it from the tree. There's lots of things you could do with this. Or I think these are just cute to, like, I'm going to probably make some of these and give to my favorite gals at the post office. And at our bank, we got really nice people at our one bank up here. And kind of fill it with candy for them and just to let them know that I appreciate them. So I'm going to be making some more of these, but we'll get started. I'm going to start with this card first. This card is actually so easy. Let's see. Sounds like stay organized. So with this leaf, when I go to put it in, I kept all the little pieces that were cut out, and I added my dimensionals right away, because you got to have dimensionals so the part catches it, okay? So let's get started. Love this paper, but I'm using the Pebble Path. I always want to call it Pebble Bath, but this is 4 1/4 by 11, and I actually scored it at let's see, 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. Okay, so that's how you get your book binding name in there. So you want to crease this really well. Makes it nice to stand up. And then your next step will be, you got to bring in your trimmer, what did I just do with my trimmer? Oh, as I say, Lord, I can't lose my trimmer. So I got to use it a few times today. So I'm going to be using my trimmer, and let me move this out of the way here, just so I don't bend everything up. So what you're going to do, I'm just going to open this up. This is actually the front of the card. From this score line to here, the top right, you're going to just score that. And that's going to give you your fold. So I'm just going to put it in here. And I got my mark right here, and then my corner right in the little track. Okay? So you're going to do that. Done with this. And then what you're going to do is just take and fold it. Yeah, make sure I'm folding it the right way. Yeah, I just did this card yesterday, and I was kind of playing around with a couple different things. So, and then what you're going to do is glue this down, okay? So I'm going to do that right now, but that, if you crease it really well, it almost wants to stand up by itself. But I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. But I should have washed my glue off. They are so sticky. Okay. And we're just going to press that really well. And then what I did is I got a piece of this paper, and I love the music notes on the back of this too, but this is 1 inch by 4, so I'm going to add it on there. Yeah, this would be cute, this card, like if you're doing a kid's birthday or just something kind of a little fun for them. They could, you know, put it together and put on their dress or whatever. So what I have is a piece of, this is the Pebble Path, and this is a piece that is 4 by 4. And what you're going to want to do is put your glue here, but this will kind of be just like centered there, so it gets the border. But what I'm going to do is put this piece on so it's a little bit easier to kind of tell. Okay, so excuse me. This piece is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So just a square. Man, it has gotten really cold at night. I'm telling you, I don't like it. We've been still trying to walk, but I don't know. It's pretty cold. So I'm going to just go ahead and add that glue on here. And I'm going to try to stay like at least maybe 1/4 inch away from the edge. And you're only going to want to put it on this half. So you want to have it far enough down, but not too far. Probably more important to get it there. Okay, so we're going to kind of lay that down. And you want to make sure that your lines are kind of going the same way. I almost goofed on that when I did it myself. Okay. So I'm just going to put that there. And then see how that pops up. So I want to make sure that that's really just pressing it down a little bit more. So it'll pop up, and like I said, if you crease that well, it almost stands up on its own. So, okay. So now I had cut this out in real red. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stamp on my little white piece. This comes with that too, and there is a right or wrong. It's almost got like a real fine line going around it, but let's see, I did Peace on Earth. I just wanted something simple. So I didn't bring my little mat here, but I think I'll be fine. I'm just going to kind of do it in the center. And then I will stamp my, this piece of white will go on the inside, and I'm going to stamp my Tidings of Comfort and Joy. Okay. Excuse me, I got like a kind of a frog in my throat this morning. I'm just going to drink a coffee. We've had so much rain, I think my allergies are absolutely horrible. But, okay, so I'm going to glue this in right away. On the inside here. What's nice is how that folds down so nice. Okay. And then we can put our leaf here, and you can put it however you want. But I think just kind of like on a slight angle. Now, like I said, if you did something bigger, you know, you may have to put that straight up and down or sideways. I guess it just depends on what you choose to put there. I gotta put this down. I'm trying to get these pieces off, and I got glue all over, so everything's like sticking to me. I can use my little picker. Does make a nice, so everything doesn't get all messy, but, and they're still sticking to me. My nails look absolutely horrible, and I apologize, but I ran out of polish remover. I thought I had a little left, and there wasn't any, so I thought, oh, I'm stuck with these, but time to go shopping. Okay, so we got that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this up on here. Okay, let's move that forward. I'm actually going to pop it up, and I just lost my dimensionals here. Let's see. Oh, it's crazy how quickly we can lose things, right? But I was going to ask, has anybody been watching like any good shows lately? Pretty soon I think I'll have to start watching some Christmas shows or something, but it's hard to believe the holidays are coming so quickly. I'm not really ready for them, but okay, so we're just going to center that. But if you watch some good shows, I don't really read because I kind of, oh, should I put it on the other side? Yep, let's see if I can get that off. I think I got this backwards. There isn't right or wrong. I don't know. It's just the way everything's embossed and there. But, I don't know. I've been looking for something good and we keep flipping through all the channels and really don't find anything. I don't know if Outlander, is it season 7 is on? I didn't watch the last season. I gotta still watch that, but we started to watch it and then we stopped. I don't know why, but okay. So have you gotten this set? Has anybody gotten this set yet? If you have, let me know. I'm going to bring this back down. So I'm just going to kind of center this. And if I stamp my piece on earth straight, but okay. It's fine, because when you put it up like that, it'll be just fine. Okay, I have, let's see, I got some rhinestones. I was just doing something easy, so I got some rhinestones here. I really, really would have loved embellishments for this. So if they go back and I don't have my class all together yet, I'm going to get them. Okay, yeah, I don't know why that looks crooked. I don't like that, but I don't think I can really change it. I think I'll have to pull that off and restamp it so it looks more even, but anywho, it will be fine. So now, I gotta put my glue back on, but I found some red ribbon. I was looking for some different red ribbon, and I must have used it all. So I wanted something, I don't know if you can see, but right here to kind of fill that in. So I had just got some red ribbon that I found in my stash, and I'm just going to tie a real simple knot. So I don't even know how old this is, but I really like it actually. It's kind of a nice size, but whatever. We're going to use it today. I normally don't use retired ribbon, but just sometimes you have to, right? So we're just going to kind of tie it around there. Get a nice little tight knot if we can. Tonight I'm going to the library and we're going to be doing 20 cards for, or not 20 cards, I'm sorry, 2 cards for 20 people each. So that's always fun. Actually kind of funny, because no matter how many times you tell them you don't have to push hard in the inks, they still do. I think that's just a learning curve. So I'm just trying to angle this. It keeps getting away on me. All right. And then if it's not laying flat, you always can put like a glue dot under there, but I think we're good. Doesn't it look nice? It's just simple. I need to restamp that though, because that is crooked, the piece on earth. Kind of hard to tell, but I don't know if I could, maybe I can just change this a little bit. Let's see. These little things want to bend all the time, so you gotta be careful. I was just gonna see if I can maybe just change that. That might work. That looks better. But then this looks crooked. I don't know. Gotta find a happy medium. I think I'm just gonna have to change the piece on earth. But anyways, so you haven't had no time to play either, Carol. Me either. I haven't had enough time to get everything done that I want to. I keep thinking I should be doing more videos, but just kind of don't have time to do that. So let's see, my second card. So I have done, like I said, many of these, but I'm just going to quick show you because when I was at my other retreat downstate, it seemed like a lot of people had, like, they couldn't figure that out. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it again and just quickly show you because it is really easy. But let me see, I got all my stuff here. So this time I'm using Cherry Cobbler. And I'm going to try to put that there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just trying to put that there. Okay, I scored this. This is 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to fold that. So this is the front of the card. So what you're going to do is line this up from the top left to the bottom right, and you're going to slice that off. And you're just going to line that up in your little track in your trimmer. Okay. All right. So you can keep this for cutting other things out, whatever. So then the next thing is you will have a piece of designer paper, and some designer paper has a pattern, so you're going to want to be looking at it straight. Like, I don't think this one really matters. I mean, I don't know, this looks a little better, but I'm going to say this is my top, this is my bottom. So what you're looking at is you're going to want this to be here, okay, on the outside, and then this piece goes on the inside. So you would look at this with your top being here. So you're going to do the same thing. Put your top left, your bottom right in the track. And this is a 4 inch by 5 1/4. Okay, oops, I might have moved it. So you're just going to put that in there and slice that. Okay, so that's what you get. So let me move my trimmer. I get this off. And let's see. So this piece will go on here. So if there was like a certain pattern, it would look right. Okay, and then this piece will go right here. Okay, so I'm going to glue them down. Yeah, I really like this cut too. I don't know, no matter what designer paper you get, there's something that will look really awesome with it. So, and I take and just move that out of the way so I can see exactly where I'm putting it. Mary Lou, we're going to miss you on the 14th. So, but it's kind of crazy. I think I got 6 coming, so I think I'm going to have to tell him to put up 2 tables. But anywho, it'll be fun. But anyway, so this piece, the other side that I cut, I'm going to put right in here. Oops, oh, got a little glue there. But that should be, I think I'm just going to wipe it, but it should be okay. Okay, so we got that. And then our next piece is 3 1/4 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Now you can cut this if you want to do it 3 1/8 by 4, and then you would do your pieces would be 3 by 3 3/4 or 3 7/8 instead. Okay, and sometimes I think it'd be a little easier because what I run into is when I'm putting this in, I might have it just a tad too wide, so I got to be careful. Like there's a little edge that's like more of an edge here, but it doesn't matter. I just kind of watch as I'm doing it. So this piece of paper is 3 by 4. But if you want it so it's not so tight, you could cut it down just a little. Okay, so put that on. And then I'm just going to take and glue this in the back, and we'll put it in the center right away. So I'm going to open it up though, so I can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to put it more towards that. I'm going to, before I push anything down, I'm just going to make sure I have room, okay? And then push that down, and it will close really nice and lay nice. Okay, so what I did here is I had cut some holly out with the, I guess I could have left that in there, with the garden green, but I think I took it out, so I'm going to just pop those out with the garden green. And what I did in this card is I stamped this and put it on, and then I was tucking all this behind. I think I'm going to probably put this in first, so I think it'll be a lot easier. I actually had to cut some of this, so we'll take in just add some glue. I'm just popping these little pieces out of here because I forgot to do that. So, okay. So I did 2 of the garden green, 2 of the real red, and 2 of the cherry cobbler. But you can do whatever you want. Sometimes it's so hard to tell because I see real red in this pattern and the cherry cobbler, but yet when I put the real red on, oops, that's not the real red, it looks like it's like almost too bright, but, so anywho, once I get all these popped out of here and half of them are stuck to my fingers, and then, let's see, get all that off of me. Okay, I think we're good. Should have had that done. All right, so what I'm going to do is just, I got my little piece here. I'm just going to kind of imagine that I got it on, but I'm going to just start probably gluing. Once I get this piece on, I can kind of figure out where I want it. So I'm just going to add a little glue. I can get some out. I have to order some more adhesive desperately. And no matter where I add it, really, I can move my sentiment up or down. So I did the cherry cobbler next. I think the real red does make it pop though, once you get the other colors in. Okay, and then I am going to cut a little bit of this off though, because I don't want that much to be like underneath. So I just cut a little bit off. I still got little pieces in here. Okay, so now this will go here, and I need to center that better. Oh, you know what I forgot? Did I forget a green one? No, I got too many green ones. Well, I got way too many green ones. Okay, so we will put this one here. I guess I could use another green one, right? So we're just going to kind of do that. And then the red, I'm also going to cut a little bit of this too. And just add that. Okay. So how many of you have started your Christmas shopping yet? I hate to say that I have not. My little granddaughter, my daughter informed us that we don't need to buy her anything because she's got way too much stuff. So I'm sure we'll be getting her something though, something little. But, okay, so this little piece I'm going to do in garden green to bring out some of that garden green. And let's see, I might have to move this a tad bit closer so I can see. This is a little tricky because you want to make sure that you get the G on there. So it seems like it's kind of higher up, but it turned out good. And then I'm going to do, what did I do inside? I think I gotta kind of clean this. I've got my cleaners all packed, so I'm just gonna kind of try to stamp this off. I think I got it pretty good. Oh yeah, not bad. Okay, always good to keep scrap paper around. So I got this piece. This is a little 3x4, and we're just gonna stamp it in the center with garden green. Yep, okay. Just making sure it's even. You don't have too much shopping to do. That's kind of nice though, isn't it? I don't know. Every time I try to shop, and I don't know, I don't shop enough. I'm not a shopper, so my daughter goes and she'll find like the neatest things, and I'm right next to her, but I like overlook everything. I guess because when I shop, I'm in and out. I actually don't like shopping, but oh well. I remember for her wedding. Now, when I do this, I don't want to put dimensionals all the way to the end because then it'll stick where I don't want it to and I won't open my card. But for our wedding, Sarah said she wanted me to go shopping with her to Happy every aisle. But you know what? It was kind of fun because I seen stuff there that I have never really seen before, and I don't know. It was kind of nice. So, I hope I see my videos kind of popping in and out. The internet's been kind of crazy up here. They've been doing a lot of maintenance on it, and I don't know. Hopefully it's okay and you guys can see me fine. But I am using some of the red and green adhesive little pearls. And I have to order more of these because as you can see my pack, I hardly have any left. So I'm just going to put that there. Just a few of these, kind of fill it in. Oops, that one's sticking to me. There we go. Okay, so hopefully you guys liked it. I really like how this one turned out. Much easier that, and I have my greeting more centered. So, okay, I think that's really cute. So I gotta put a little something there. That's not too sticky. So, all right. So that was card number 2, or project number 2. And I was just going to show you, if you are interested in my monthly club to go, I have 2 classes I'm offering. And one of them I am using this bundle. So I had done this. Now I might change this a little bit. I wasn't sure, or add something to that to make it stronger. But here I did a card like we just did, and I love these colors together. And then another fun fold. So, and then this one. I really like this, and I colored that with the blends. So the ladies are going to be getting a lot of different things in their kit. And then for the regular club, I am doing the Fluffiest Friends, which will be available November 7th for customers to purchase. So hopefully, but I just love this little happy birthday. Hope you're feeling better, and it's got a little tissue box in there. And then knowing you brings joy to my heart. And I didn't stamp anything inside, but I love this one. This is probably my favorite because it's bright, but it says, just love spending time with you. Now this would be one that I'd send to my granddaughter when she gets a little older. Not too old, but just a little older. So, or she could keep it, that it's from grandma. So, okay, anyways, can you tell I cannot wait to see her. It's been a while. Last time we were down for the retreat, they were so busy I hardly seen her. So, not us busy. We were busy too, but they were busy. They had a wedding. So, okay, last one. I'll quit talking today. But, so we're going to be doing this box. Get this out of the way so I don't get anything mixed up. So this box, I don't even know how big it is. I was just playing around. I found my measurements on my old thing. So this is about 4.5 by almost not quite 3.5, 3.25. So there is quite a bit of room. But all right, so this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Okay, so on the 11-inch side, I go at 3.25. Score it, and I didn't do that yet, so 3.25, 5.25, and 8.5. Make sure I scored it all the way. 8.5 and 10.5. Okay, and then I turn it around. And you're doing 2 inches basically on both sides. So I'm going to do 2 inches, and it'll be 6.5. Or you can just flip it around and do your 2 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my trimmer here because there's a little trick that let me see, move that there. So I'm just going to fold this real quick so I know where I'm at. Increase it, good. So you understand what you're working with here. See my lines. Okay, and then just my top and my bottom. All right. Okay, with this being on this side, now you can look at it however you want, but I found it easier here. So this will be my piece that closes your box. So this is the front, okay? So what we're going to start with is, I need only this. This here, okay, so this is my little 1/2 inch. So this here piece, it will be your little lid thing, okay? So you want to keep that. So you're going to want to keep looking at it with this here. So what I'm going to do is snip down here. Okay. And then I'm going to just snip here. And I'm going to cut this right away. And I'm going to, let me see, those are my wide ones. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm going to cut these up. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, get that out of the way, to keep this, now you could, okay, once you start cutting such a long line, sometimes it doesn't look very nice. So what I've been doing with my boxes is finding that if I put them in the trimmer, right where they should be, and I've got to move that up a little bit. So this will line right up. And just cut that right off. And then that gives you a nice, clean, even line, okay? And then with these, we want to keep these. Now, I could cut these too, because normally I'd cut them a little bit shorter, but I'm going to cut them not quite a 1/2 inch, like maybe 3/4 or so. Or not 3/4, I'm sorry, 3/8, but just a little bit off. And just take it right down like that. And what you want is if they need a little bit more, you can take a little bit more, but they should close pretty good. So sometimes when I do boxes and they, you got that overlapping quite a bit, then they don't stay together very well, like how I want them to. So I'm going to keep that up, and I'm just going to go and just take a little bit of that off just so it's not so bulky. Okay, and just the 2 short tabs. I got them up so I keep track. Okay, so that's all the cutting we got to do besides this piece here, okay? I'm going to do my trio punch. I still have that. It is retired, but you just use a corner rounder, okay? And just do that. Now you don't have to do that, but I really like the corners rounded. So, okay. Yeah, let me just see here. So we're going to do that, but I'm not going to put that in yet. So that's the front. So you could do it however you want, I guess. Okay, so this is just the front. So now I got these pieces, and you're going to kind of want to make sure these are going the right way. But I have 2 of these. I got to see what my sizes were because I forget. 1 3/4 by 4 1/4. So what I did is I cut just like 4 1/4 strip, and then I just cut what I need. So these are 1 3/4, and then I got 2 that are 4 1/4 by 3 inches, and that will be these 2. So like I said, you want to make sure they're going the right way. And then this top part, let me see, that is 1 3/4 by 3 inches. And that's going to be going the opposite way, okay? And then you're going to want to make sure you round your corners from the bottom, which would actually be the front. So when you turn your box around like this, it's going to look like that. Okay, so it's almost the opposite. But I'm going to glue these on before I go any further. And you're going to want to make sure they're glued down good, because you're going to be kind of moving the box a little bit to get that bend in it. Okay, so I'm going to just move this back around that way so I can see what I'm doing. What I notice is, especially these bottom corners, make sure you get glue there. These corners there. Oh, yeah, that looks right. Gosh, I was going to say, do I have that upside down? I guess this almost, it looks like they're going both ways, so I guess maybe it don't really matter. Huh, at least this one does. I tried to make sure that they were right next to each other, so. All right. So this is probably the part that takes the longest, but once you get everything cut. Okay, boy, I'm running out of glue here. So I'm gonna make sure I get them good. And then when I go to actually close my box, I'm going to use score tape. At least you got sun today. It looks beautiful. It's cold out, but sure looks beautiful. I said, I don't care if it's cold, I guess. I'd rather have it warm, but as long as the sun's out. So, okay, so everything's on here. So what we're going to do is fold this in. Well, I can just do that here like that. But, so I got my score tape. And I want this to stay really well. So if I can find the end of my score tape right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple rows of this on, because I want it to stay nice and tight. Okay. And then if you got any like leftover or hanging over, you can just tuck that. So I just gotta get the paper off. Okay. They're kind of overlapping a tab, but that doesn't matter. I just gotta get this started. Okay, there we go. And see how that's hanging over just a little bit. I'm just going to tuck that back down, make sure nothing else is hanging over. And I'm just going to fold this on the first fold and then bring this right over, press down, and it should match and be real good, okay? So there's that. All right. And now what we're going to do is, so this will be, this back flap I want to be forward. So what I'm going to do, see how my flaps don't like overlap. So that's just, it took off about 3/8 of an inch, I think. But I'm going to just put glue here. If I can get any glue out. You could use score tape too if you want. I'm hoping to get some glue out of here. And then I'm going to put right here, because this will be my last tab that goes up. Boy, oh boy. I am really getting low. Let me see here. By the way, I have another one in the other thing. This one might have some. Nothing like waiting for the glue to come out, right? Okay. So, all right, so we're going to bring this. You're going to want to make sure your box is nice and square. And then that forward. All your tabs. Oops, I even got a little glue sticking out. Okay. So what I'm going to do is flip that down. Use something, your glue or your bone folder, and put this together. So I'm just going to grab a sip of coffee here. So you want to make sure that that seals really good, okay? Still kind of got to give it a minute to dry. So while we're giving it a second to dry here, use my bone folder, push down a little bit more. So we'll let that dry. So I have a little circle from the Stylish Stitch Frames in the Cherry Cobbler, and I just stamped that, and it says Happy Holidays in the black. Okay, and I kind of stamped it down just a little bit because I'm going to add that silver ribbon. Okay, isn't that pretty? Okay, so we got that there. So now, I think that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do with the top there, so I'm just going to take my pointer finger there and just kind of push this down. Now I suppose you could, I think I've actually even taken, actually creased some, but I don't think with this box I do. It kind of does it a little bit on its own, and then you can just fold that down. Kind of push it so it closes. All right, so now I'm going to use my Velcro, and I'm just going to cut these apart. Okay. All right, so I want my clear one to be the one on the lid, and when you're going to put it on, you're going to want to put it pretty tight to the very lip of it so it stays, okay? And then you're going to peel this off. I don't know, it doesn't hurt to have bigger ones for this because you need them. Well, I can't even get that off. I don't want to tear it off. Get the sticky off of it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is pull it back towards me. Make sure everything is centered good before I push down. And then kind of just make sure they're on there good, okay? So that's all there is to that. All right. But isn't that a pretty box? I think it's nice. See what I was talking about? Make sure your paper's on there. If you have to add a little more glue there, even there a little bit. But okay, so now what I did was add I thought I had another whole pack. Oh yeah, right here. A bigger rhinestone. So I added a bigger one. That's not real big, but just off to the side. Okay. And then I have this, I love this gold and silver. Oh, I'll have to kind of push on that a little bit so it stays. This would stay closed really nice. Maybe I didn't push that down, or sometimes you got to kind of really, like almost break it down a little bit. But this is the gold and silver combo pack. And I think this is an online exclusive. So I know it was back in stock, but I just love this. So I'm going to tie myself a little bow. I like ribbon that's thinner, not too thick, because I don't know, sometimes I can't tie it or don't stay tied if it's too thick. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of fluff that up. I got glue dots here. Okay, we're just going to put that there. Okay, and then I'm just going to take and kind of fluff up the ribbon a little bit, if I can. Just kind of, because when I was bending it, there we go. That looks nice. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just add dimensionals to, if I can find them, to my box, and what I'm going to do is just add 3, but I'm going to put it right there. You don't want to do it on the bottom of your circle because I don't want to, of course, close my box. So I just put 3 right there, and that will cover where you got your little Velcro thing. So real simple, I think. So you're just going to make sure it's kind of centered. There you go. That is our box. So if you got questions about it or the measurements, please ask. You know, I love this box, and I'd love to see if you're doing any of the things that I've done to inspire you. But let's see. My other cards are here. So tell me which one you like best, or if you like all of them, or of course I like hearts and whatever you want to give me. So we'll go up with that. So yeah, let me know if there's a certain one that you like better. I don't know. I love the box. I love boxes anyways, but anywho, so thank you for joining me today. I am hoping to be back next Wednesday. I think that was about it that I can think of. I don't know. I didn't really read any updates yet, but if there is, I always post them. So, okay. All right. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.